What's up, fish tank junkies? It's your boy Tony, aka Host 21, bringing you another video. Before I jump into tonight's video, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified of my latest video. And if it's not too much to ask, I'm on a quest to reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, which has not been easy. So if it's not too much to ask, please, YouTubers, share my videos, share my name, help me get that 1,000 to that 1,000 subscriber peak. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the video for tonight. I want to talk about one of the cons of a large aquarium. The first hitch is you have to have a way to go pick it up. If you do not own a pickup truck or a large van or something like that, you're going to catch hell finding somebody with a truck or something like that to do it. And if they do, they might want an arm and a leg. Even the person that's selling it, they're not going to want to move it for you without charging an arm or a leg. And most of the time, they don't even want to have anything to do with the moving. They won't even help you move it. They'll say, bring help, my back, I have a bad back, or my knees went out last week, and it's all a bunch of crap. They just don't want to have anything to do with moving that large tank. Trust me, I'm speaking out of experience. Nobody wants to help you move anything. Anything having to do with work, people get scarce. Your same buddies you drink beer with, watch the football game with, talk about the ladies, and all of that, playing cards. Watch how scarce they get as soon as you mention a little bit of work, like moving an aquarium. And then not only do you have to find a way to, not only do you have to get someone to help you move it, like I said, if you don't own a truck, you're still going to be stuck, so it's an extra expense just to go pick up the tank, unless you're getting it for just a deal, that if you don't mind paying a few more bucks, it's still a deal for you, because sometimes a deal can move outside of a deal, so to speak, because the extras that you have to pay. You might have to pay somebody to get a truck, you might have to pay a different person to help you move it. So that alone is an issue. And not to mention if you have to move it again, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters don't move fish tanks. Think you better call. I had to do that. But anyway, so that's one of the cons of owning a large aquarium. What I recommend for most people, not saying everybody, just my personal opinion. I've did this type of video before. Just something that you can move yourself. Maybe up to a 55-gallon tank. Most people can probably handle alone. A regular sized person, a smaller lady or something, or a really small guy may not be able to do it by themselves. But the average human being in good health and everything, they have to move a 55-gallon tank, empty that is. They could do it with no problem. Especially the newer, not those old school ones, because those things were, man, I could barely move it myself. I had to take it in steps. Walk a foot and a half, stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. No, I'm just kidding. I had to do that too. I had to go in just increments to get it out of my car because it was so heavy. If it was small, you could just pick it up, but it's 4-footer and it's very awkward to move by itself. So, but the newer tanks, anyway, the newer 55s are pretty light. You can move them all by yourself, and obviously anything smaller. That's what I would recommend for the average person. As many of those as you can get, but we all want that big tank, including myself. When I got this tank behind me, I was fortunate enough to find a young man to help me out. I had to pay him a few bucks. It still was worth the deal for what I got the tank for. So there you are. But now I'm stuck again, hanging around, because I want to move this tank from the position that it's in to another spot in the room. And all I do is scratch my head every night how I'm going to do this. I guess I can just take all the water out and find somewhere to put the fish, and then, kind of drag it along to where it needs to go. That is an option, but that's just one of the cons of getting a large aquarium. It's up to you what you do. Sometimes people, they're giving away the tanks because they don't want to move it. They'll say free, but you got to come and get it. Bad back, can't help you move it. Bring 2 people to help you. Speaking out of experience, folks, it's not a game when it comes to moving those tanks. And like I said, if you ever moved before, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey man, can you help me move next Saturday? Oh man, I got a baby shower to go to. No darn well ain't no man going to no baby shower for the most part. I'm not saying nobody. I know they have those, what you call it, those, I don't, can't think what you call it right now. When everybody goes, male or female, to the baby showers or what have you. But any excuse, oh man, I gotta go help my mother paint or take my mom to the airport. All these things to keep from moving, helping you move. And I'm not talking about just a fish tank. I'm talking about anything. So, but one of the pros to a large tank is they can accommodate almost any size fish that you're going to buy from the pet shop. Unless you just, getting one of those arapamas, is that what they call? Arapama. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Them things that grow 5 or 6 feet. Obviously, you shouldn't buy those personally, unless you have a 3 or 4 thousand gallon tank, which the average person in America does not own, unless you're, kind of wealthy or something like that, or came across some kind of sensational deal. Most of us, we top out around 220, I would say, for the larger tank keepers. I'm not saying everybody in America that owns an aquarium, that a large aquarium, doesn't have anything larger than 220. I'm just talking about on average. I would say that's about the largest most of us would probably have, 220, 250, which is a big tank. And, like I said, the struggle is real when you need help to move that thing around. Unless you got casters or something like that in your garage. Depends on where your tank is. And not to mention, I had to, my stairway is kind of narrow. Getting this thing down here, I had just enough room to get it down there. And it's steep. So I couldn't get anything much wider than this tank down in my basement anyway. Now, if you're just dealing with a, open floor plan, oh, that could be much, much more easier on you. So, those are a couple of things that I want to talk about tonight as far as a large aquarium goes. 55 gallon for the average person, they can move along. Anything bigger than that, you're probably going to need a hand with. But you might can manage a 75, but I think that's about as far as it goes for a single guy or a single girl. That's just me. Now, I'm not saying everybody can't do it. You Hercules or something, maybe you can move a 220 by yourself. We got the equipment to do it. Most of us don't even have the real equipment to do it. Casters, I think that's what you call it, rollers and all of that stuff, dollies. And that's only going to help you to a certain extent. You can't go down the stairs with it by yourself, that's for sure. Maybe somebody figured it out, but I have not. So that's just my personal opinion. So those are a couple of things that I want to talk about for tonight. So I'm going to bounce up out of here as always. And you guys, you know what it is. God is love, and be blessed, everybody. Don't forget to share my video. Catch you guys on the next one.